Hey guys, g0at's here. Some of you may know me from some of my previous streams, previous content that I've done over the years, on and off, obviously. Some of you may know me from my recent Tarkov series that I started. I had a lot of uptick in video or viewers and subscribers from that, and it was much appreciated. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to respond to Axel TV. Now I'm going to start off by saying I am in no way, shape, or form unaware of how this is going to sound or look, being as small of a creator as I am, and him being, well, Axel TV. I was getting ready to leave a comment on his video, and that's kind of what prompted all this, because I had a lot to say. And I feel that it's better in a format like this, because what I want to do is exactly what he did and exactly what g0at did in his original video that Axel responded to, and now what I am responding to Axel for. It was to start a conversation, start discourse. I'm a firm believer that, good or bad takes should be said, and I feel like we should be able to comment on them and question them, especially for a game like this that I feel so passionate about. And I wrote some notes down here based off of my comment that I was going to leave on Axel's video, so I'm just going to kind of go from that then. I mean this in the most constructive way possible. Axel had a horrendous take on g0at's video. I think it's completely unfair and unfounded to say that you know or knew anything about the amount of cheaters in any given raid outside of g0at's video. I've seen this argument everywhere that, there's cheaters everywhere, or some people say there's no cheaters at all. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but therein lies my point. There was no evidence to support how many people were cheating or how prevalent it was, or just how bad some of these cheaters are. In all honesty, I think probably the best case or best example of this is Rengar's gargantuan fuck up of him falsely accusing someone of cheating and then getting them banned overnight, completely circumventing the normal report feature that goes through BattleEye. And the dude wasn't cheating. This happened so recently. I'm so surprised that no one is even still referencing it, because yeah, it might have been a couple weeks ago, honestly a couple months ago, but it happened, and it was the most obvious example of what I'm talking about here, is that there are cheaters in the game, but it is hard to tell, especially with desync and other server issues that happen all the fucking time in this game. I mean, the release of this wipe with Streets of Tarkov, it was filled with bugs. And honestly, the game is still filled with bugs. Now, granted, I do understand that this game is still a work in progress, but we can't just not talk about it. I feel like Axel, of all people, should understand that it is incredibly easy to mistake cheaters for server issues or any other technical issue that this game has, and is so commonly known for. Now, I'm not going to say g0at's video in any way proves 100% that there are cheaters, but it sure does a damn good job showing empirical evidence that the issue is as prevalent as a lot of people seem to say it is. Another problem that I have with Axel's video is his argument on how g0at's video will encourage players to now cheat if they have not already. I mean, sure, someone will probably see that and probably be encouraged to do that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody that talks about cheating or has any sort of information about the cheats, what they do or anything like that, yeah, someone's going to realize that and be like, oh, maybe I should fucking try it. But whether or not the exposure is negative or good, the amount of exposure and the thoroughness that g0at made sure to put through in his experiments is going to bring a massive amount of attention for it. And damn sure that BSG is going to be part of it. And that most definitely will have an impact on cheating. I mean, I fucking hope it does if they're good developers, which I firmly do believe in their hearts they have the right intentions and they are good developers. So I really do hope g0at's video brings attention to the issue and causes them to reassess their priorities about what should be happening with their game. Another thing that I don't like about Axel's video was that he doesn't recognize g0at's experiment as what it is. I mean, he used a throwaway account to show how easy it is to find cheaters by using cheats. Sure, he cheated, but it's completely unfair to negate everything that he did in that video. I mean, it's a fucking 40-minute video, and your response kind of felt like you were just saying, he cheated, he's bad, cheats are bad, GOAT bad. Like, what? That makes no sense. And the comparison to FaZe Jarvis, I know everybody is going to be comparing him to him if they have not already been. I think that is incredibly unfair to compare GOAT's video to the situation with FaZe Jarvis. Now, it's been a minute since I've, seen that issue, or I watched a video on it or did any sort of research on it. But if I remember correctly, FaZe Jarvis intentionally downloaded those cheats for the purpose of maliciously using them to gain wins in Fortnite. Granted, it was for a very brief amount of time after he met a guy that was cheating and influenced him to do it. But regardless of his intentions of it, he used the cheats not for any sort of purpose other than just cause. GOAT intentionally got those cheats to understand how they work and how cheaters interact with each other. That was like the entire premise of the video, and he reiterated that several times throughout the video. Forgetting all of his, I guess, etiquette that he had in the video of not killing people, I think it's completely unfair to compare FaZe Jarvis and GOAT together, because I don't think they went about what they did in the same way at all. In all truth, I find it very interesting how the conversation between content creators about Tarkov has changed ever since he posted his video about BSG simps, the content creators that kind of seem to be apologetic to anything BSG does. Not at all recognizing that they are human and they fuck up sometimes, just like we all do. I mean, the whole situation with One Peg, I'm just not even going to fucking touch that because I have very specific, opinions about that. But this is about Axel. This is about his response, and this is about, having a conversation about it. I'm not going to necessarily say that Axel is butthurt about GOAT, but I do kind of feel like the overall atmosphere of conversations surrounding this game have had this weird, it just seems like, especially with GOAT, people are ready to just pile on and talk about all the bad things that he's done. And honestly, not even just him, just creators in general just seem to be piling on and talking about things that people have done wrong. I know I'm guilty of that in this video too, about talking about Rengar, but again, I mean, that's my opinion of him. I feel like he severely fucked up, and I don't personally like Rengar as a content creator, but that's, again, not a personal attack against him or his character or anything he values or stands for, you know what I mean? And this is the exact same with Axel too. I respect Axel as a content creator. I'm not personally subbed to him. He's not, his content is not exactly something that I would normally consume, but I do respect him and the place that he holds in the game. He's obviously one of the most prolific content creators for this game. And I think his response to GOAT was necessary. I think GOAT, what his intentions were, was to start a conversation about the cheating situation in the game. And I think Axel is adding to it. And I think it's great that he's doing that. And that's the purpose of this video too. I am fully aware of my views and how they may be very wrong. I mean, they're my opinions, but I respect that they might be bad ones, just like I think Axel's are. And the main purpose of me even making this is to start that conversation. I was going to have this conversation in his comments, but I decided I would rather make a video of my own to share my views, that I would rather talk out to people. And I would invite everybody that watches this to continue the conversation in my comments or respond to me. I think talking about this game and the issues it has is probably the most constructive way to get them fixed. And I know we all want this game to be fixed. So that being said, I think I'm going to end it there. Again, if you agree with me, disagree with me, hate my fucking guts, please tell me down in the comments. I want to start a conversation about this. Regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed this in some way, shape, or form. If you did, leave a like. I would really prefer if you would share it, because I would love this to be seen by as many people as possible, and again, start the conversation. But besides that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.